Hi there, I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor and welcome to the wrap episode of 2022 on Let's Talk Jobs. 2022, what a year for the job market. We saw a spree of layoffs, we saw also talent shortage, we saw companies and employees constantly tussling over back to work or work from home, and we also saw them tussling over issues which have never been talked about before, like moonlighting, quiet quitting. Overall, this was a year where we spoke a lot about everything that's happening in the job circle. We dissected it, we decoded as well. So many new trends that emerged in this first year perhaps of going back to normalcy post the pandemic. But add to this has also been a year where we saw global economic outlook looking rather bleak, a practical crisis of sort when it comes to cost of living. And of course, as we wrap up this year, COVID is back. If not as an alarm, but at least it has put us all on alert one more time. So as we bid bye-bye to 2022, we thought we'll do a sort of year-ender episode for you on Let's Talk Jobs, where we will mix it all up and tell you that what 2023 really has in store. Nobody can really predict what is going to happen, especially in the uncertain times, economically and otherwise also that we're living in. But we thought we'll give it a go. We spoke to a series of experts and brought you 5 job trends that will dominate 2023. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. Let's get started. Before that, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Job trend number 1. Apprentices in the industry will go up in 2023, especially in India. Now, what does it mean? Essentially, because of the constant churn in the global economic situation, we don't know where we are headed really, a lot of companies are now not keen to hire full-time employees for several roles. They want to obviously hedge their bets. So a good way for them is to hire people on contract or get experts on contract for specific projects instead of hiring a person on a full-time payroll. Because remember, the layoffs, right? It can get ugly and we're not really completely recovered as well from the tech layoffs. In fact, according to reports, nearly 77% of employers have indicated that they want to increase their apprentice intake. So basically, companies want to play it safe, they want to get their work done, but without taking responsibility of onboarding new full-time employees. So while talent, the key word really, the need for talent will continue to thrive, companies are looking for non-standard employee formats, and that is a trend that will continue in 2023 as well. Trend number 2. Layoffs are set to get worse before they get better. Now, did you know that major layoffs by tech companies in 2022 have surpassed the levels that were seen during the Great Recession in 2008? Companies like Meta, Amazon, Twitter, Microsoft, of course, and several others have been firing employees left, right, and center due to the global macroeconomic situation, really. And guess what, you guys? According to reports and according to our experts, the situation is expected to get worse in early of 2023 before it gets better. Now, according to MarketWatch, layoffs are part of tech firms' strategy to maintain viability through the next year and beyond as well. That essentially means that companies, you might continue to see freeze in hiring, you might continue to see freeze in sort of getting in more people on board. There might also be more firings coming up, but towards the middle of 2023 is when we expect it to get slightly better. Trend number 3, remote working is here to stay, or is it really? Now, as we know, many companies have mandated that their employees get back to office now that the pandemic is ebbing, and there has been on this a significant pushback from the employees. Now, while the need to work from home has gone, the option perhaps to work from home is something employees have really caught on to. According to a report, actually, 97% of Indian employees either prefer work from home or a hybrid model at least, in which they can work from home for at least say 2 days a week. In fact, the reason why about 25% of people who are looking for a new job are searching for one is because they do not have flexibility in their current job. So imagine that, people saying I'm ready to change industries, change jobs, change companies only if I get to be at home and work from home. So obviously companies are also having to compromise a little bit on that extent. They really don't seem to like it, by the way, because 3 out of 4 leaders in India, according to surveys, want their employees to work from office more and more frequently. There's actually a very interesting study that was done by LinkedIn, where they show that the number of remote jobs dropped from 20% to 14% through the course of the year in 2022. But you know what's interesting in this? That the demand for flexible job options is actually increasing while the availability of these options is dropping. Sample this. In February, remote job postings attracted 50% of all applications. But by September, again of 22, the demand surged almost to over 50%. So while the labor market is still tight and employees do hold some power right now, the power balance may actually start leveling out in 2023. And what's likely to happen is that while many jobs may not offer complete remote opportunities, hybrid work culture could be a compromise that you will see happening more and more in 2023. But remember, all of this contingent to change once we see where this COVID crisis emerging from China this time, actually what it leads to. First month of January is said to be really crucial to watch out and see how these trends will follow. With that, it's time to talk about trend number 4. And this is a really nice one. This is happiness and job satisfaction as a measure of success. Now, this is especially, true in the post-pandemic world. While salaries and compensation do remain the major focus, in fact, or main factor why people are switching jobs or one would look at in a job offer, ensuring that you join a company that has a positive culture is something that is emerging more and more. Now, it is a tight labor market even as we speak, but companies are now spending more and more time talking about why they are doing what they are doing. And employees now saying your salary is not the only thing that you will look at. Money is not the only factor. Companies on one hand are investing time in attracting and retaining talent, and people are looking for more, like I said, than just money. People want to believe that the work that they do, that they get paid for, their 9-to-5 job or otherwise, has a purpose, fulfills a greater good, something that matters to them. And companies are also then investing in workshops, in realizing people's vision and their values. Which brings us to trend number 5. And this is not going to make you happy, but let's get out with it anyways. Relatively lower salary hikes may be on the cards in 2023. Now, according to our experts, there's going to be a flattening in the increments across the globe. And while India will fare better than many other countries, there's likely to be lower salary hikes on an average. The average Indian salary raise is around 12 to 16% if you are in a good space, but 2023 it may come down to 9 to 10%. So there you go. Those were some of the trends that we see emerging in our conversations for the year 2023 when it comes to the job market, what's going to happen inside your job spaces, how will it look like, what about hirings and firings, what about moonlighting, quiet quitting, quiet hiring, quiet firing as well. We'll keep a very close watch on everything that emerges. For now, I hope this video has helped you navigate some of your job decisions that you'll be going through, some of the life decisions also that you'll be going through in the coming year. For now, stay safe and a very happy new year.